This is Orlando News Radio. For today's show, we first have some current events, then weather, traffic, and then some hosts will be joining the show. First up, we revisit a story from a year ago in Clearwater. If you have not heard what happened, some strange weather phenomena occurred where rain caused skin irritations and then ultimately turned the affected people into some sort of zombies named rainwalkers. Scientists are still confused as they do not know what caused this. The Clearwater police chief asks for residents to remain calm and not panic. We do not want any riots starting because of the anniversary of this event. We here in Orlando pray that this was a one-time event and it will never happen again in any part of Florida, the United States, or the world. However, people in the area get worried every time there is rain. Which brings us into the current weather. Right now, it is cloudy, 70 degrees. Wind is blowing east at 12 miles per hour. Now we will get into the current traffic.
This message is being broadcast at the request of the National Weather Service office in Orlando, Florida. A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for the county of Orange until 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At approximately 3:16 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a storm cell was classified as severe by the National Weather Service. This storm is capable of producing heavy rain, high wind, and lightning. Heavy rain may produce flooding, which can be hazardous to drivers and civilians. High wind can move unsecure outdoor objects, and can be difficult to drive in. Lightning may strike power lines, and cause an outage, or in low rain areas may start fires. It is advised to stay off roads, if possible, as dangerous conditions could be present. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for the county of Orange until 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This message is being broadcast at the request of the Orange County Sheriff's Office and other civil authorities in the Orlando area. This is a civil emergency message, and will contain important instructions and information on an ongoing emergency. It has been determined that the currently ongoing thunderstorm in the area contains the same hazards as the one that occurred in Clearwater around a year ago. The rain from the storm causes skin irritations to people who are exposed to it. These irritations include, but are not limited to, burns, rashes, and swelling of the skin. Additionally, any person that is exposed long enough will turn into a mutated state where they will lose all cognitive function. These individuals can't be identified by their very bright red and rough skin. Also, these individuals will not respond to human commands, and may be hostile. For your safety, do not go outside for any reason. If you absolutely must go outside, use an umbrella and raincoat to shield yourself from the rain. If you are in a vehicle, stay in the vehicle or drive under cover. Keep pets and children inside until the rain stops. Tune to local news media for information and future updates on this event. This message is being broadcast at the request of the National Weather Service office in Montgomery, Alabama. A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for the counties of Montgomery and Elmore until 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At approximately 3:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a storm cell was classified as severe by the National Weather Service. This storm is capable of producing heavy rain, high wind, and lightning. Heavy rain can produce flash floods, resulting in dangerous road conditions. It is advised to take caution when driving, as wet roads can produce bad driving conditions. Wind speeds can get as high as 30 miles per hour, with gusts as high as 40 miles per hour. This message is being broadcast at the request of the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office and the National Weather Service. A local area emergency has been issued for the counties of Montgomery and Elmore until further notice. At approximately 4:07 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, there were multiple reports of people developing burns and rashes on their skin when exposed to the rain. Additionally, exposure to the rain for long periods of time causes the affected individual to develop bright red and rough skin. These individuals also do not respond to human commands, and may be hostile. This phenomenon is the same as the one that occurred in the state of Florida. Do not attempt to confront these individuals. Use an umbrella, and wear a raincoat, to shield yourself from the dangerous rain. If you are exposed to the rain, seek medical attention immediately. It is recommended to stay indoors, or under some sort of shelter. If a seemingly mutated person attacks you, run away as fast as you can. Tune to local news media for information and future updates on this event. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification. This channel has suspended normal programming to participate in the broadcast of this emergency action notification at the request of the White House. Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by. This alert is in effect for the following states: Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, South and North Carolina, West Virginia, Kentucky, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Delaware. Approximately 70% of all individuals in the listed states have been transformed into a mindless, zombie-like creature called a rainwalker. It has been determined that the strange thunderstorm that affected almost the entire east coast of the United States was unordinary. The rain from this thunderstorm causes individuals who come into contact with it to turn into a mindless creature. These creatures usually start off docile, but recently have become extremely hostile and will attack anyone on sight. If you see an individual with very bright red, rough, and distorted skin, run away as fast as you can and hide. Once you have reached a safe position, stay there for 15 minutes. All citizens of the previously listed states are to shelter in place immediately. The National Guard and United States military will be moved in to eliminate the threat. If you are in a bordering state to the ones listed previously, evacuate away from the threat. The White House thanks you for participating in the broadcast of this emergency action notification. This message is being broadcast at the request of the White House. An immediate evacuation order has been issued for the states of Ohio, Illinois, Indiana, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana. Residents of these states are ordered to evacuate west immediately. The threat posed by the large number of rainwalkers in the East Coast states has worsened. The number of rainwalkers and their strength has increased. The mutated individuals are now more durable, stronger, faster, and have grown more intelligent. However, a normal human is still able to outrun and outpace a rainwalker. Bring food, water, a battery-powered or hand-crank radio, medical supplies, and children when you evacuate. Residents are ordered to evacuate to or past the states of Wisconsin, Iowa, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. Do not wait, evacuate now.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date. You're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place.
This message is being broadcast at the request of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. A contagious disease warning has been issued for all states east of the Mississippi River until further notice. The ongoing emergency caused by the creatures called rainwalkers has led the CDC to conduct tests in the area. It has been determined that a new contagious disease is present in all states east of the Mississippi River. This disease transmits through contact with rainwalkers, as well as through warm water. It is still unknown if the disease can travel through the air. When a person is infected with this disease, they first start to experience symptoms that include, but are not limited to, hives, rashes, itchiness, swelling, fever, and a sense of impending doom. The disease then progresses and mutates the person into the creature called a rainwalker. All healthy residents of states east of the Mississippi River are to take the following actions. Do not come into contact with infected individuals. Filter and then boil all water used for drinking, and to wash anything that may contact the skin. Wear a rated medical mask to prevent possible infection by air. Visit the CDC website to learn more about this type of disease.
I feel my heart erase, so catch me if I fall.
This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification. This channel has suspended normal programming to participate in the broadcast of this emergency action notification at the request of the White House. Please stand by. The federal government has approved the use of nuclear weapons as an attempt to eliminate a majority of the rainwalker population. The nuclear weapons will be detonated in the following areas: Montgomery, Alabama; Atlanta, Georgia; Nashville, Tennessee; Chicago, Illinois; Jacksonville, Florida; Raleigh, North Carolina; Philadelphia, Pennsylvania; Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania; Detroit, Michigan. If you are in a 100-mile radius of any of the listed cities, it is advised to seek a fallout shelter immediately. Fallout is a result of nuclear explosions, and if exposed, can result in radiation sickness or death. Bring food, water, medical supplies, and a battery-powered, or hand-crank radio with you to your shelter. If you do not have a fallout shelter, get to an interior room on the ground floor of a sturdy building. It is assumed that the nuclear weapons will wipe out 80% of the rainwalker population, which then military personnel will eliminate the remaining threats. Repeating, a nuclear strike will occur shortly in multiple areas. Get to a fallout shelter now. It is too late to evacuate. May God have mercy on us all. This is a National Information Center message, issued at the request of the White House. This message will contain important information on an ongoing situation. Please stand by. The objective of the nuclear strikes has been reached. The strikes alone eliminated approximately 75% of all rainwalkers. Military personnel have eliminated another 7% since the explosions. It is estimated that the military will need another 3 to 4 weeks to eliminate all rainwalkers. Additionally, it will be approximately another 4 weeks until nuclear fallout is cleared, and it will be relatively safe to travel without special gear. The explosions also partly eradicated the contagious disease that was present in the area. At this time, do not exit your shelter for any reason, as nuclear fallout is still affecting the area. Do not let anything into your shelter until rescue efforts have started. Rescue efforts will begin when enough nuclear fallout is cleared. If you hear gunshots or loud noises coming from outside your shelter, ignore them. Do not try to investigate, as it will put your own and potentially other lives in danger. If something is attempting to get into your shelter, do not let it in. Military personnel have been ordered to not rescue any survivors. If whatever is attempting to get into your shelter succeeds, use anything in your power to neutralize it. Stay on this frequency to receive update alerts from the United States government.
This is a Fox News special report live from our new headquarters in Kansas City. My name is Lisa Johnson, and I am your host for this Fox News special report. It has been 5 weeks since the United States launched its own nuclear weapons on major eastern cities in hopes to eliminate a majority of the rainwalker population. Since then, the nukes along with the military have wiped out 98% of the rainwalker population, and the military claims that it is safe to start rescue operations. The government does not know how long rescue operations will take, but they plan to rescue every last survivor and bring them to western states. The rescue teams will be armed with firearms in case they encounter rainwalkers. It will surely be a difficult process, but I hope to see every last survivor make it to safety. We now move on to my correspondent John with an update from the Mississippi River barricade. John?
Well, Lisa, it is very quiet here at the Mississippi River barricade, with the occasional firing of gunshots, but it is nothing like it was before the explosions. You couldn't hear me speak into this microphone if I reported before that. It seems like the rain walkers do not care about getting past the barricade anymore, like they have given up. It may be coincidental, but I believe these things are pretty intelligent, and that is pretty scary if something like this happens a third time, although I pray that will not be the case. Back to you, Lisa.
Thank you, John. I really hope it doesn't happen a third time, as that could possibly spell the end of the world. Only time will tell, though. Thank you for tuning in to this Fox News special report. My name is Lisa Johnson, and I'll see you next time.
This is a National Information Center message, issued at the request of the White House. This message will contain important information on an ongoing situation. Please stand by. The White House, the United States military, and the National Guard have given approval for surviving residents to leave their shelter and attempt to find a rescue outpost. Many rescue outposts have been set up by the United States military and the National Guard to airlift survivors to safer locations. If you travel in any direction, you will eventually find a rescue outpost or a rescue team. If you encounter a rescue team, they will lead you to a rescue outpost. It is advised that you take this action, but you may stay in your shelter and wait for a rescue team to find you. However, it may take longer for you to reach safety if you remain in your shelter. When you leave your shelter, make sure you have enough supplies for 4 days. Take food, water, a flashlight, a battery-powered or hand-crank radio, and a self-defense weapon with you when you leave your shelter. If it is possible to travel by vehicle, it is advised to do so. If you encounter a rainwalker while you are searching for a rescue outpost, run away from it. It is not advised to fight it unless you have ranged weaponry. If you are unable to leave your shelter, wait for rescue teams. Repeating, it has been approved for survivors to leave their shelter and look for a rescue outpost. This is a termination of the emergency alert system. All clear. Repeat, all clear. This message is being broadcast at the request of the White House. All remaining survivors east of the Mississippi River have been evacuated to western states. The United States military has confirmed the elimination of all remaining rainwalkers. The CDC has confirmed the eradication of the contagious disease caused by the rainwalkers. Restoration and rebuild efforts will begin at the conclusion of this message. Multiple programs have been set up to assist survivors and their families to start a new life. It is unknown if the damage caused by this emergency is 100% recoverable. Normal programming will resume at the conclusion of this message. Repeating, this is a termination of the emergency alert system. All clear. Normal programming will resume after the closing tones.